So I've already washed my face. I've already cleansed it, cucumber, micellar water, and this was $4.99 at Bell's Outlet. So that's where you can get this. And I use like cotton swabs to like take out the rest of the dirt that my face wash didn't get. And by the way, I use Bioware face wash. Now it's time to get into the hydrating part, moisturizing. I'm gonna use my pods to moisturize. I'm gonna use my pods anti-wrinkle cream to moisturize. So you know, I'm sorry that I'm moving pretty quick in this makeup tutorial today. Mix it in. I don't like to add too much because even though it's good for your skin, but that's just personal preference. So let's hydrate. So it's like also a setting spray, I guess you can say. It's just so good. Obviously we're gonna do primer and eyebrows. So obviously you guys know I like to use my pomade from Elf in Espresso. Looks like this. Dip your angle brush in there. Gonna take my Real Techniques angle brush and a smaller defined angle brush as well to carve out and create my brows. All through your body, the blows like a 12-gauge shot. So getting into this look, I'm using my Elf Flawless Concealer brush, looks like that. And I'm using my Jordana Forever Flawless Pressed Powder. Everything has to be flawless. And this powder is like really nice and soft to the touch. And I'm using that as a, like to set my concealer because I prime my eyes with my concealer. So that's what I do. And I'm curling my lashes with my Elf curler. So it really does work, can't you tell? Anyways, moving on. So the concealer I used to prime my eyes was the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I used the shade Fawn. I usually used to use the Wet n Wild, but now I use Wet n Wild to carve out my brows. So moving on to eyeshadow palette, I'm using the Retro Love palette from Bad Habit, and these are the pretty colors it carries. It has shimmers and mattes in here. So using that same fluffy brush, I'm dipping into Peace and applying that evenly to my entire eyelids. And I'm going to be working that in as a transition shade. So I'm going to go ahead and grab another eyeshadow brush. I'm using this eyeshadow from Wet n Wild, and I'm using Flower Power to blend that into my crease line. You want to take a little bit at a time so you're not leaving a harsh line into your crease line. So it's easier to blend out as well. And you want to grab that same fluffy brush or any fluffy brush that you do have in hand and blend it out, and it's going to kind of like buff it and air it out a bit so it looks nice and soft and a little bit natural. You want to make sure you're using that same step to every color you add into your crease line. So now taking another fluffy brush from Wet n Wild, using these two shades from this palette and applying each one into my crease line one at a time, and you want to blend that in very nice and softly. You don't want to add too much, but you want to make sure it is just above the crease line and into your crease line. And then you want to blend it out once again. Okay, so I'm taking Rebel into my crease line and blending it out, taking a little sip, and I'm taking another Wet n Wild brush and dipping into Rock and Roll and placing that into my crease line, but to the back of my crease line. Blending that out, making an imaginary V line on its side, so you get a little guideline of that, and you just want to keep like blending that out nice and evenly. Take a little at a time because Rock and Roll is super pigmented. So then you want to take a fluffy brush and blend it and air it out. So once you've done that, now it's time to bring your blades out and time to make a clean cut crease on your eyes. And I'm using those two brushes and my Wet n Wild medium peach concealer, and I'm going to be applying a bit on my brush. You want to take your time cutting your crease because I know it is difficult once you're first starting off learning how to do it, but keep practicing and you'll get better. So you want to glide it to the back of your eye and then push down towards your lashes, and you keep repeating that till it looks a bit clean. But if it's not perfect, don't worry, we're going to clean it up afterwards. And you want to do the same to the other eye, just glide it to the back and then push down and then fill in the spots that need to be filled. So that's what you want to keep doing. So once you've done that, then you want to go ahead and blend out the back of that concealer. So once you're done blending that in, I'm grabbing a flat top brush. I'm using my e.l.f. Angle Contour Brush, dipping into Fab. So I'm placing that right on top of my concealer to set it. And I'm sorry if I do end up sounding a bit more sick than before, because I am getting sick. Anyways, moving on, I'm using these glitter pencils to line up between the cut crease and the transition shade and putting it right in between them just to add a bit of pop of color into the eyeshadow look. I'm placing that right in between the transition shade and the cut crease just to separate them, and I'm using another pencil from Jordana and I'm spraying that. You can spray your face and go over it again with the pencil just to add a bit more pigmentation, but I wasn't feeling this one, as you can tell. So I moved on to my Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. It does really mattify. It comes out white, like a lotion texture feel. It gives off and it instantly takes away your oils in less than a minute. Now I'm using this Baby Skin for the first time as well, and that has more of a silicone feel, not a greasy or a lotion feel, but it's like really silicone. So between these two, I would always lean more towards the Rimmel Stay Matte because it works really good. So I'm just misting my face, and I'm going to be exfoliating my lips next. And I'm going to be using a toothbrush to actually exfoliate, brush them out so they feel like a little bit fresh and take off all the dead skin off my lips. And that's pretty much the look. You can go ahead and apply some concealer to conceal and do the rest of your face makeup, but I'm not going to. I like it just like this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to add some hint of like brow color. So gonna be taking whatever that color is called. I'm using my Beauty Essence brush to pop that into my brow bone. Once you've done that, you're pretty much done with this look. So I hope you all enjoyed. Go ahead and like, subscribe if you want. See you next time, princesses.